Meet Linda, 58 years old, hospital administrator in Phoenix. She earns $78,000 a year. She's been saving since age 32. By almost every measure, Linda did everything right. But last spring, she sat down with a retirement calculator. She had $180,000 saved. That sounds like a lot. At 4% withdrawal, $180,000 generates $600 a month. Her rent alone is $1,400. The numbers don't close. She's 58, 7 years from retirement, and badly behind. I'm Jeff, and I spent 2 weeks buried in retirement research. Not just Linda's story, but millions of people like her. People who did everything right and still ended up behind. What I found might completely change how you think about retirement. Let's start with the raw numbers. They're worse than you think. The median retirement savings for Americans aged 55 to 64, approximately $134,000. That's the median. Half have less. At 4% withdrawal, $134,000 produces $447 a month. Social Security was designed to supplement savings, not replace them. For millions of Americans, Social Security has become the entire plan. In the UK, 38% of workers save nothing for retirement. Zero. In Australia, half of retirees still fall short of a comfortable retirement. This is a structural crisis. It's happening across every developed economy, but it's not random. There are 3 specific traps. Let's go through them. Trap 1. The starting late penalty. The most powerful window for compounding is your 20s. Most people miss it. Let me show you 2 people. Person A starts at 22, stops at 32. Person B starts at 32, invests every month until 65. Who wins? Both invest $500 per month at 7% average annual return. Person A, 10 years of contributions. Total invested, $60,000. Person B, 33 years of contributions. Total invested, $198,000. At 65, Person A has approximately $800,000. Person B has approximately $770,000. Person A wins by $30,000. Person A invested $138,000 less and still came out ahead. Every year you delay costs you decades of compounding on that money. Most people don't start seriously saving until their mid-30s or 40s. By then, the most powerful compounding window has already closed. Trap 2. The contribution illusion. Most people saving for retirement think they're saving enough. They're not. The average 401k contribution rate in the US is about 7.4%. Let's see what 7.4% on $60,000 actually builds over a career. Contribute 7.4% from age 30 to 65 at 7% growth. Result? Approximately $547,000. Which sounds okay until you do the next step. At 4% withdrawal, that's $21,880 per year. $1,823 per month. That's below the poverty line for a couple in most major cities. And that's if everything goes perfectly. No job loss, no market crash. This is the contribution illusion. The monthly number feels significant. The lifetime output is far smaller than anyone imagines. Trap 3. The withdrawal disaster. This one destroys everything. A large proportion of workers who leave a job cash out their 401k. They pay the 10% penalty. They pay income tax. They lose all future compounding. Let me show you what this costs. Meet Marcus, 34 years old, IT professional. He had $42,000 saved, 9 years of careful contributions. He gets laid off. The cash from his 401k looks attractive. He withdraws everything. After penalties and tax, he takes home $28,000. 8 months later, he has a new job. He starts fresh. Clean slate. But that $42,000, left untouched, would have grown to $342,000 by age 65. He didn't withdraw $42,000 from his present. He withdrew $342,000 from his future for 8 months of runway. That is the withdrawal disaster. Now let's go back to Linda and run the actual numbers. $180,000 at 58, contributing $600 per month, retiring at 65. Projected savings at 65, approximately $355,000. At 4% withdrawal, $1,183 per month from savings. Add Social Security at her estimated $1,840 per month. Total monthly retirement income, $3,023. Monthly expenses, $4,200. Monthly shortfall, $1,177. Every month, for the rest of her life. Linda did everything right. The conventional rules were built for a different era. Nobody updated the manual. And that's the real problem. Here's the part where things get actionable. 3 strategies. Strategy 1. The catch-up acceleration. If you're 50 or over, the IRS allows extra catch-up contributions. In 2025, up to $31,000 per year in a 401k if you're 50 or older. If Linda maximizes that from 58 to 65, her projected savings jump to $600,000. Portfolio withdrawal becomes $2,000 per month. Gap shrinks to $360, from an impossible gap to a manageable one. Same life, different input. Strategy 2. The retirement recalculation. The traditional stop everything at 65 model was built for a different era. Today, if you make it to 65, your conditional life expectancy is 19 to 22 more years. More years of retirement need more savings. Most projections haven't caught up. Research shows working just 3 extra years can increase retirement income by up to 33%. Delaying Social Security past full retirement age grows your benefit 8% per year. For Linda, working until 68 instead of 65 transforms the numbers completely. Her projected monthly income at 68, over $4,400, above her current expenses. 3 years of recalibration turns a shortfall into a surplus. Strategy 3. The automatic escalator. Don't just set a contribution rate, set an escalation rule. Every year, increase your contribution rate by 1%. Most 401ks offer auto-escalation. You won't feel it. The increase happens alongside your annual raise. A 32-year-old at 7% who never escalates retires at 65 with $547,000. The same person who escalates 1% per year for 5 years retires with $830,000. Same income, same job, same life. $283,000 difference. Set it once, never think about it again. Let it run. So, where's Linda now? She increased contributions to the catch-up maximum. She revised her retirement target from 65 to 68. She refinanced her mortgage, $280 less per month. Projected monthly income at 68, $4,420. Monthly expenses, $4,100. She's not wealthy, she's not stress-free, but her numbers close. The retirement crisis is real, but it's not destiny. The people who make it through stop running on autopilot and do the math. This content is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Drop a comment below, your age, and where you're starting from. I read every one. Subscribe to Jeff on Investing. The next video covers retirement accounts. See you there.